Okay, guys, we are back at it, and we are about to talk about the top pre-market gainers and what to expect in the market today. We do have the markets getting ready to open up more bullish here with very bullish projections across the board. We have your futures that are already coming in for much, much more bullishness right now. We have big wide projections on BTC as big influential figures are speaking of starting to buy up more, and they still speak of upcoming Bitcoin reserves and adoptions by other states. Here we can see that European shares hit record highs as BOE cuts and tech earnings are looming. And there's a lot of different, it's a lot of earnings coming up. It's a lot of earnings. Like check this out. So we could just look into this is the calendar for today's earnings. It's a lot of stuff having earnings today. Look at this. It's 182 things on that list. You can look into tomorrow as well, which tomorrow got 25, and you can look into whatever days make you feel most comfortable. Right now, it's a lot of companies having earnings, and more positive earnings coming out from a bunch of different companies, adds onto the bullish sentiment of everything. We did have MSTR MicroStrategy also reporting and saying that they were planning to get much, much, much more Bitcoin. There's a lot of stuff going on right now as Bitcoin gets more bullish and they come out with positive earnings today while the futures remain bullish and they won't remain bullish for the entire while. We can have more stocks be more bullish as well, and they will be pulling back as things are looking to reach back up to the peak. What's this? Walmart stock rallies nearly 14% in 2025. Walmart be doing forward splits. It's a very easy one. I'll show y'all that in a second. And so, well, you got S&P 500s right under the 6,100. Remember, you still got your SPY right around that 600, right over 600 actually. Like 610, I'm pretty sure it's the peak on this. And when these things right now, they either finna break records or they finna push back down. It's going to be a lot easier for everything else in the markets push up when Bitcoin actually remains back over that 100,000 because until Bitcoin gets over and that so strong signs of being able to hold and stay over that 100,000, it's going to be a lot of people still uncertain and bearish, which is going to add to more uncertainties and bearishes across the markets as day traders are still going to want to lock in gains across their futures, stocks, options, and cryptos. And first on the top of your list, you got LIPO. Coming in for a huge explosion today. They went from $2.60 up to $7.50. You don't see this stock ever pop up too often at all. Literally, like right now I got 10 million volume. It's not gonna make it up to the most active list. Not today, at least. And right now it's $6.59. They up about 154%. Only big wells, and eventually at some point, well, when it gets over like that $10, only strong believers of big wells are gonna want to go for lipo stock. That's a pharmaceutical stock. They got news and no news even coming out on this thing. Sometimes it be like that. They'll just come in for an explosion with no news. So whenever you see in the stock, you're like, well, what's going on with it? Do they have what's the catalyst? That stock does not at all need a catalyst to make it come in for that explosion. So sometimes they can come up with a catalyst and they're gonna sell that thing back off. But this is a pharmaceutical stock, another health stock. You do want to be looking into the pipelines and all that stuff like that to see what they have going on. To see how many different things they are working on and if they can be pushing on into the next phase. Coach Saad was throwing out LIPO along in his section as well. Some of the different coaches they said they really like those different health stocks. Those different health stocks. Some of the bankability members and coaches are actually in the healthcare professionals and stuff like that. So you can ask, team make the dream work. Teamwork make the dream work. When you asking a lot of questions, then you get a lot of answers. And if you actually seeking certain answers, like if you don't know what the main question is to ask to figure out what piece, how to put together your pieces of the puzzle and whatnot, you just gotta ask more questions. You gotta ask more questions. You gotta study deeper. Eventually, it all comes along. I'll tell you how. Like for me, it was crypto markets. For me, it was crypto markets. Between all the stocks, options, and futures and market indices and conditions stuff like that, it was always one missing piece of the puzzle, and that was literally crypto. If you ever feel like you're missing something out of understanding why everything moves or how and when everything moves, you're missing crypto trades out of there. And we're not just talking about just go buy crypto and hold it. I'm talking about being active in your crypto trades. You can be active on what the market is doing. And yeah, go pick your favorite crypto coin. Either way though. But CJME. Also LIPO. This one here, they did just come out with some news just the other day. What's this? This was 2 hours ago. Yeah. LIPA Pharmaceuticals granted FDA approval for expanded access for LP-310, an oral lesion plan. That's good news. It's probably nothing to make this thing hold up, though. Like, I mean, so it's just there's so many other stocks that are about to come across, and people are already getting ready to lock in gains on this thing. You know, so like when you're seeing it, don't feel like you got to just jump in there like you're seeing CJMB and it's up, 40%. Like everybody, it must be the best thing off of this dip. You don't feel like you got to just go ahead and just straight jump up in there. Because there's other stocks to be getting into, and the next stock is getting ready to explode at any moment. This stock is brand new. This stock is brand new from $4 up to $10. These brand new stocks most usually end up selling off for a while until they hit that 52-week low. And 52 weeks is a long time from now. But you get some bull runs in there. SANG. Okay, this one has one volume. It came in for a super spike, but not really too much. In fact, Signoma Technologies. That's probably been to $10. Let's go look at this one. Back on your monthly or your weekly. It's a little bullshit. I'm surprised that these are out of all the stocks on the market, that these few right here are the ones that are pre-market gainers right now. Let's fresh refresh on that. Yeah, they not messing with the yeah, they not messing with the penny stocks this morning, as you can see. Because we got LiPo up at like $7, Sank at $10, $11, and they only got one volume in on SAGN. That over an average volume of 9,000. Nobody would be catching on time. You would have had to been just sitting in there waiting for weeks to be able to catch that little volume. Or whatever big whale, whatever that one big whale was that bought this and it made it explode 50%. That is crazy though. That is super crazy. Then you got QNTM. They up about 50%. They got some news. One of the this biopharma stock, Biopharma. Quantum Biopharma Lysis Celli Nutrition retains leading New York investment bank to advise on capital raise and possible initial public offering following highly positive results from unbuzzed clinical study. This is a hot one. Like I said, I know a lot of these people probably feel like a lot of these are out of range right now, like QNTM up at $12, $13. Some of those things have options as well. And you got EQ. This one is at 80 cents, up 24 cents. This one to be active. It got 2, 3 million in value. You don't ever see this one picking up in that volume like that. Whenever it does actually start to pick up, it comes in for that spike. You see those spikes back there? Quick spikes that it'll make. This one isn't just a quick spike though. That's very good on this one because it looks like it's a little bit more solid in there. Let's see. Yeah, it's a little more solid in there on this. That was a clean up trend rather than just a quick spike. So some of the people might want to hold on in EQ. Another biotech company. There's been a lot of stuff going on with biotechs and health stocks as well. But I already know what stocks I'm going for next. I did just make a video on the stocks making the 52-week lows just yesterday. You can go ahead and check some of those out. Pick what your favorite ones are. Let me know. Update what I have going on in my section. Y'all can join me in class. I'll see y'all in the RAM. Happy trading.